Hey everybody, Ron Pollock with Fighting for People Injury Law. Welcome to FAQ Friday. This week we're talking about why it is so important to get treatment when you suffer injuries, whether it's from a car accident, a sports injury, or anything else. It is really important to make sure you get proper treatment, and let's tell a little bit about why that's so. First of all, we're going to talk about a car accident. When you're involved in a car accident and you're wearing a seatbelt, what happens is while the seatbelt is great for saving lives, they can actually increase the risk of certain types of injuries. And we're talking about injuries to the connective tissues of your body, muscles, ligaments, and tendons. People often hear about those injuries as sprains and strains, and there's multiple degrees of them, and I'm not going to get into that right now. But what happens is when your seatbelt locks, you actually twist your body in a forward motion after you've been going backwards if it's a rear end accident, if you're thrown forwards from a forward accident, or also if you're hit from the side. And that twisting causes stretch injuries to the muscles, ligaments, and tendons within your back, your neck, your hips, sometimes into your legs, depending upon how severe the collision it is. And what happens is when you do that, you actually cause microscopic or worse tearing within those muscle fibers. And when you have a normal muscle, it then starts to swell and you feel stiffness. That tearing heals with what's called scar tissue. Scar tissue is permanent, and what happens is if you don't get this treated properly, the scar tissue is going to continue to form, and it traps, as you can see here, it traps nerves, blood vessels, things of that nature in the scar tissue. Treatment helps minimize scar tissue formation and also helps properly deal with the scar tissue that does in fact form. It breaks it up so that it's more pliable. Scar tissue is permanent inside your body, so it's really important to get treatment to help deal with that formation that's occurring naturally within your body. It's our body's glue, and while we need it, it's not always the best thing in terms of future function or also minimizing pain. One of the things that we have to realize when you're dealing with a muscle injury, this is specifically if you're rear-ended or hit in the front in a frontal impact. Normal muscle, again, is fibers. It's straight lines inside your muscle fibers. And they get swollen, blood vessels, nerves, arteries all start to squeeze off. And if you don't get it treated properly, you get permanent scar tissue that then causes permanent constriction. And while muscle fibers, ligaments, and tendons are all linear in nature, straight lines, scar tissue is all over the place and it binds the muscle up. And that's why a lot of people say they know when it's going to rain, because the natural muscles and fibers start to expand and contract. Scar tissue fights against that, and all of a sudden you have stiffness, achiness, soreness. Proper physical therapy, proper treatment, not just taking pills. Proper treatment is critical to helping minimize scar tissue formation and deal with this phenomenon. There's different phases of what's called connective tissue healing. You have the initial injury with bleeding, acute inflammation, regeneration phase, and this takes weeks and months potentially, and then remodeling, which can last technically up to years. It's really important to get to a proper doctor who knows how to treat proper injuries, whether it's from sports, car accidents, or doctors of physical therapy who deal with this on a regular basis. If you ever have any questions about this kind of stuff, we deal with this every day, not just with accident cases, but all types of injuries as well. We're always here to answer your questions 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All you have to do is call 215-396-9660 or 1-800-549-FOR-LAW. You can ask me questions by my personal email, rspollock@fightingforpeople.com. Check out our website, www.fightingforpeople.com, where we have valuable information just like this. And also, always check out our Facebook page, the Fighting for People Injury. It's actually Fighting for People Injury Law. Have a great week, a safe week. I hope you found this information helpful. We'll talk to you again soon.